Hey, what's up, you guys? Hope you're doing fantastic. Want to continue to share a thought with you on sound, frequency, vibration, the shofar, what I did yesterday. But this time I want to step over to the prophetic worship. I want to help you to understand and see what some of the purpose of the prophet is when it comes to worship. The prophet does not have to be the worship leader. He doesn't have to be on the worship team. Just the prophets help us to understand how to walk in the Spirit, how to flow in the Spirit, how to catch the wind when the wind blows, whatever way you want to put it. That's what they help us to do, and they equip us to do that. Prophets are not intended to be the people that carry it themselves and we just come and watch them. They're intended to be those that equip, that we can actually, because remember, the purpose of the fivefold ministry is to equip the saints till they come to the fullness of the stature of the knowledge of Jesus Christ, so that the saints themselves are actually walking in all of the gifts, that they walk in the apostolic, the pastoral, the prophetic, the evangelistic, the teaching. They carry those parts of the ministers into the workplace, into the world, and they operate from those things that have been imparted to them that they've grabbed understanding from. So once you get understanding of the fivefold ministry, now you realize that you're carrying the fivefold and you're reaching into the fullness of the stature of Jesus Christ by carrying all five of those with you where you go. So anyway, prophetic worship, part of what it helps us to do is to train our ear and our spirit to be able to listen for, feel, sense, know the sound, know the frequency that God is operating from in the moment. It's why you can't just come with a 3-song set and roll in and roll back out. Yes, will that get people to feel good? Yes, and will they all come into unity and all sing the same song and you'll feel the presence of God because of the unity, the harmony and stuff? That yes, they will. But will it take you into the place of understanding to worship in spirit and in truth? You're going to miss some of the spirit part, because your focus, the majority of believers' focus is coming in, and hopefully the worship team plays some songs that makes me feel good, because they have not learned how to worship in spirit and truth themselves, where they're actually bringing things into the worship experience themselves. The majority come to get. We're coming to a time where God is teaching us to come to bring, to when we come into an atmosphere and we learn how to flow in the prophetic worship, that we will actually be bringing and releasing the glory that's within us, and it will be being revealed in that atmosphere. Glory be to God, as we release who we are, because Christ in you is the hope of glory. So if you're coming to get something every time, then you're not revealing the Christ in you that's the hope of glory, okay? So prophets help us to flow in that. Blessing prophets, amazing. They come in, they give you a word of knowledge. They have some amazing prophetic utterances. They operate in some amazing gifts, all right? But those are blessing prophets. And building prophets, what they do is they help, they're more focused on equipping the saints within their own body and within their region than they are going out and blessing. Glory be to God. And we're entering into a time where the prophets are going to understand this, that the model of going out and running around and giving prophetic words is shifting into the time that we have to have building prophets. And you got to understand your purpose is to equip the saints to bring them to the fullness of the stature of Jesus Christ. That's your purpose. And in part, when we're doing that, prophetic worship is helping people to learn how to align their spirit, to learn how to come from their spirit, to live from their spirit, not from their soul. That their spirit guides their soul. The spirit of man is the candle of the Lord, right? Woo! So if we don't understand how to live from our spirit, then we don't understand how to find the candle, because it says, Lord, in your light, I see light. Come on now. God, in your light, I see light. Also, there's another light that you can be seeing from. So we got to learn how to see and allow our spirit, which is the candle of the Lord, to lead us in order to be able to be in the worship experience as we're intended to, and to live our lives as we're intended to. So I don't want to make this video too long. So as we're learning how to do prophetic worship, we come into a worship experience. We learn how to ride the wave that comes in of God's Spirit. We have people teaching us, hey, this is what God's doing in this moment in the Spirit. Now I can carry that to my home. Woo! Now I grab it in my own home, and I learn how to ride the waves in my own home. I learn how to allow the manifestation of the Spirit of God, the glory of God, to rise up in the inside of me and to flow in my own home. So now I ride that same wave on into the church service. And now everybody else is riding the wave. And when we show up, now the worship team doesn't have to take 3 to 5 songs to get us all in the same place to be able to be in a place of unity. They don't have to find a few songs to sing first to get us to feel good. We actually are in the Spirit. So they don't have to bring us from our soul and our emotions to finally get us into the Spirit. No, we show up in the Spirit. Glory. So I wanted to share those things with you, man, because if we don't get those things, and if we don't at least start looking for them, you know, because if you've never heard this, you never even known to look for it. So now we know to look for it. You start looking for it. All right, where are the moments in the worship service that I actually am now coming from my spirit? Then I'm not telling God about how good he is because emotionally I feel bad and I've had such a rough week. But I actually laid all of those things down, and I'm only focused on him, saying, no, God, I'm giving you all my cares and stuff. These things are not going to be the focus of my attention. And I'm not going to take 30 minutes to finally focus on you, but I'm going to learn to live from the Spirit because you're worthy. Be blessed, man.